Hey, 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 hey. What's up, everybody? Music Therapy Laz here. Of course, this volume's on that thing too. What's happening? Already got one of these happening. we got little Maximus over here. Check him out. He's hiding. He's still shy of the camera and all that stuff. What's up, Music Therapy Laz here, everybody. That's right, gear and demo live hang with yours truly. Hopefully, we're gonna have our special guest coming into the chat a little bit later. Johnny Beane and I were hanging out again today. So if you are on his subscriber list, you probably got the message. He was hanging out here at Flying Pickle Productions. That's Roxy. They came from Roxy's nickname. That the Tone King accidentally kind of started that one off. In Ben Coombs' show, that was a cool live hang on a Sunday. I was hanging with Dave Nesdahl and Ben Coombs earlier in their chat, in their show, Dave's new show. I guess it's the Nesdahl show, the Town Hall show. Cool show. And here I am hanging with Roxy. I've got some things to reveal, some packages to unpackage, and all kinds of fun stuff, right? Right, Maximus? Yeah, that's right. Maximus got into trouble last night. Never ceases to amaze me how these things happen, where you have, you have all kinds of stuff going on, taking my wife to the airport and having to get ready for a concert later on that night at the Fillmore, trying to hook things up with my friend Heather, who's the one who actually set Ladania and I up. They were workmates. That's right, Maximus. That's right. They were workmates, and she kept telling me, that's right, Maximus. She kept telling me that Ladania and I would be the perfect pair, and we are. But it took a little doing to make that happen. Yeah, Maximus. And Maximus, of course, here is chiming in on the story. So she was going to come with me to the show last night, the Todd Rundgren show, and she couldn't make it. Her foot got hurt, and she couldn't drive in to meet me there. I was going to pick her up, but there was an issue with her being able to stay out late, and so I had backstage kind of hangout passes through the saxophone player, who happens to be someone I did some work for by accident, and then found out that Todd Rundgren's inaugurated into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Should have been inaugurated way long time ago. But the bottom line is nobody probably this era even knows his past music, really. But surprisingly, he's done some stuff in the modern era as well, including collaboration with none other than, we can see his, there they are. Well, I'm revealing something. Behind here, we have the comic book series that Joe Satriani is involved in. The Time Shredder, that's right. Crystal Planet is the actual name of the comic. And Time Shredder is the Joe Satriani hero character in comic book form. But yeah, bottom line is all this fun stuff going on, and then she couldn't make it. And so I still tried to figure out a way for her to come, because I didn't want to, she wasn't going to be able to stay out late to catch the late part of the show, the hangout. And so, but bottom line is I ended up going by myself. So I threw up some video of the show midstream during the intermission. I have some video I got to throw up of the show onto my Instagram. But yeah, Johnny Beane and I were hanging out here in Flying Pickle Productions. He was in my living room hanging out, playing my my classical acoustic. It's a pretty nice Washburn I picked up through American Music Supply. Musical Supply or Musical Supply. Probably 6-7 years ago. It's a great acoustic classical electric that you can plug in. I play the Johnny Beane's dog Howie before he passed away. I rededicated a song that I'd written, not to anyone in particular, but it's kind of a quirky, fun song. And I dedicated it to Johnny's dog Howie. And so it's up on my I think it's on my homepage on my website. No, that's coming soon. All these thoughts, right? But the YouTube channel, I have that up there, the Johnny Beane or Howie Beane song video, where I'm playing that original piece of music out in the patio here during the lockdown. So not that we need to talk about that topic anymore, right? It was kind of nice to get out and see another show. That's my third show this year so far, and it was great. So Why am I getting these weird messages on my new laptop here? So I got my new laptop running here. So let's say hi to everyone in the chat. At some point, Johnny may jump in. So who's here? We got Hobo Roadies here. We got Janice Lala's here. Carrie Pruitt, what's up, Carrie Pruitt? Magic Man, of course, is here. Magic Man and I are probably going to hang out. Well, not probably. It's planned. Definitely going to hang out tomorrow. And looks like we got some dark figure lurking on the highway, lurking on the highway, the byways. What's up, Johnny Beane?
What's up, man? Yeah, I'm driving.
Drive safely, dude. Don't be messing around while you're, driving.
Oh, no.
I do that too much too. I lurk and drive, and and when I'm at a stoplight, I'll comment, or I'll see somebody commenting, and I'll let them know, hey, I'm driving, using voice to text. But yeah, you're driving home, huh?
Yeah. I'm in. I think I'm in the middle of San Ramon and Dublin.
Oh, so you're not that far from me then. You're not even hardly started your way home.
Yeah, I just started.
Yeah, you got a long drive. You got a good hour and a half, probably, right?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, roughly. Well, at least at this hour, it's not so bad because there's not going to be so much traffic. And you're kind of going opposite traffic anyway, for the most part, right? But yeah, who else is here? Terry Himes is in the chat as well.
Right, yeah.
They're saying hi to each other.
The opposite side of me, is yeah. You know these freeways.
Oh, yeah, I do know these freeways very well. I travel them quite a bit for work, and I know the Bay Area very well. My cousins used to live out in Danville. When we were kids, we used to go visit my aunt and uncle there all the time, especially for the summertime and Christmases and stuff. Maximus, do you want to get in on the action over here? I'm hoping that
Maximus.
I have my headphones on backwards. They're because I guess he likes this side, and he's gonna chew at the cable like Roxy used to. Roxy used to tear apart my lav mics and all that. That's why I'm trying to improve things with this mic here. But if it's in front of me, then I can't see the laptop. And you guys all heard the story. I'm gonna have this thing all reorganized very soon. This weekend is tomorrow. Roxy. I was about to say Roxy. Maximus, don't bite me. You want some attention? Where are you hiding? Are you going up on top of my head? Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, Maximus is awesome, you guys. I got to meet Maximus earlier today.
There he is.
Maximus.
So, like most of these Pacific parrotlets, Maximus wants to be on top of the tree. Apparently, I'm the tree right now. Hey, Maximus. So my wife doesn't want me to call him Max or Maxie or nothing short. She wants me to keep it the full-on Maximus, like the character in Gladiator. That's where we kind of came up with the name. Because my sister was saying you should name him Twerp. Thanks, Monica. So I'm like, well, let's go opposite of Twerp. Let's go Maximus.
Twerp. Twerp?
Well, that might be something my sister would talk about, but let's not go there. So let's see what people are saying here in the chat before we go on to more fun things. Yeah, it looks like Hobarodi said, place that I'm staying is on Max Loop, named after one Maximus Hamilton. Kid was a punk. I didn't like him. The name is Unsullied. He wasn't really that bad. Okay. I'm not sure what that was all about, but I think that what you're saying is that you're living or staying at a place. You must not be living there. You're staying at some place where you're working around or whatever. Hobarodi, of course, is a roadie. So he's like hoboing it around, roadieing for bands for free. That's my guess. And so right now he's staying at some place called Max Loop. Am I guessing right, Hobarodi? Anyway, so yeah, Terry Himes is in the chat too. What's up, Terry? I think I said hi. Janice, of course, always in. Always ready to. Janice. She's gonna now tear apart, or he's gonna now start chewing on my expensive $200 headphones here. Oh well, such is life with a bird in the house. But yeah, man, it was an exciting. I was getting into the story is that Maximus escaped last night on my while I was preparing to get ready to go to the show last night, and I couldn't find him. And I was freaking out because I thought, what if something happens to him? I'm like, I have to go to the show. I have to go. So, didn't hear a peep from him the whole night when I came back either. And then in the morning, I'm kind of trying to wake up, laying in bed and reading some, or I'm watching some YouTube video or whatever, And then I hear some cheeping out in the living room. I'm like, oh, so she's hiding under the couch after all or somewhere, right? Yeah, Maximus's wings are clipped. Hey, Dan in New Jersey. Hey, JJ, what's up, dude? What's up?
Hey, man.
Yeah, man. The horns are up for JJ. Right on, rock on, everybody. Yeah, so he was hiding up one of my wife's pant legs of one of her clothes that was laying on the couch because she was going through all this clothes that she's going to take to Peru and give away or whatever to family there that she's not wearing anymore, or that she never wore, because she'll buy stuff and it'll be in the closet and she'll never wear it, and then she'll, I forgot all about this, and I'll just give it away, So yeah, man, it's kind of funny that Maximus, the way I discovered where he was from a pile of poop on the ground underneath the bottom of the leg of those pants that were hanging on the couch, on the edge of the couch. So that's my story of Maximus today. Maximus! I gotta teach him how to say, hey now. Maximus. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Anyway, yeah, Ned's at home, JJ. Johnny's driving, but hopefully Ned is going to be good. Unless somebody in here's nickname is also Ned. Maximus, of course. Maximus is the bird for the rest of us. Maximus for all of us. Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
So I've got something entertaining.
That's his line right there.
Yeah, right. That's his line. I should teach him, like, "Are you not entertained?"
Have him say that at the end of every show.
That's a little long. I don't think the bird can learn that long of a sentence. I think he can learn 1 to 2 word kind of single syllable things like "Hey now," or "Love you," things like that. Yeah. Hoborodi says my place doesn't actually have modern conditions. Best to winter in town. Hard to play low volume. Though trade. Oh, okay. So you're out in the middle of somewhere, and you can turn it up, which is really something I envy, especially now that I have a Steve Vai amp head sitting upstairs. That's 100 watts that I want to crank up, and that's what Magic Man's going to help me out with. He's coming down with a cab that needs some work. Apparently, probably some new speakers and whatnot in it. And hopefully, we'll find some decent speakers for it. I know some people that might be able to help me out with that. Or I'll just order some new ones and try to figure out wiring it myself. Never done it before. What could go wrong? Like a couple of these guitars that are sitting up here that are half modded and half not working. Anyway, it's not bad. Hey, what's up, Quentin James? Emmett and Todd love Maximus. And Maximus, you need to meet Emmett and Todd. You really do. We got to have like Skype play dates, Quentin. Let's do it. Set up some Skype play dates, and you and I can what do we call it? Latency jam in the background. Yeah, but if you guys want to see some real jamming, not me, but somebody can play the guitar, go check out Johnny Beane's video after this show. Of course, I put it in the description. He was here hanging out and playing on that classical and just dancing all over it like Fred Astaire, just amazing. Anyway, it was really cool to hang out.
Guitar, man.
Yeah, man. It was a decent guitar. I picked that up. Cool. I think they were running for about $700-800 at the most retail, not the suggested, but I guess the typical price, and then they had them half off or something at American Musical Supply, and I picked it up. And that was the first time I bought an acoustic off the internet ever. I've never bought another one since, but never bought an acoustic without playing it first. And so I thought I'd take a chance on it, and paid off, man. That thing plays pretty good. Yeah, man. So we got Frankenvan in the background. You guys can see that. That thing still needs to get all the striping done, but I still need to get some other work done. But I'm using it right now. It's full of tools. It's a work van right now. And the other thing I have to get for it is some seats, because I have a feeling we're going to have more than just one guy hanging out with me this summer, cruising around in that Franken van. So I'm going to have to get some seats for this old 96 Dodge Ram B2500 van. So that'll be cool. We're going to go, definitely going to go hang out with James down in SoCal. For sure. We got to hook up with you, brother, because, you know, a trip to LA without meeting up with James would be a wasted trip. Yeah, but, you know, we'll probably go.
Yeah, JJ is awesome, man.
Yeah, totally. Coolest dude ever. He let me sleep on his couch, you know. And of course, Aaron was down there of Albus Band. He's the one who gave us whatever it was that we all got sick from that weekend. At least, I don't know. He had it already coming on the flight coming over from the East Coast or wherever. I think.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And, whatever that was, man. It was awful.
Yeah, I think he's the one who spread it. So it wasn't the big C thing.
That was awful,
it was something pretty bad, but it wasn't quite the.
I was sick for a month.
Maximus, what are you eating on my head there? He's chewing at my chuyo. He's chewing my chuyo. That's what they call these, a chuyo. Peru. Got it in Machu Picchu. Actually, I got this in Lima, but I wore it at Machu Picchu. Very cool. So yeah, man, I can't wait either, James. And then the other crazy plan is for EVH Con next year, maybe drive with a group of people all the way out to the East Coast in the Franken van. That would be crazy. But, you know, I'm going to be the only one driving. I love to drive, and I don't want anyone else driving that vehicle with me. So it might happen where I'll let someone else drive it, but, you know, I know all its quirks.
Oh, like drive all the way there and then drive back. Oh.
Yeah, it might not be worth it, but but then again, it might be worth it if it's like this epic voyage, and then we make this epic thing out of it, just like we're planning to do with the Rev. Kurt 5150, we're planning to do the epic voyage down to SoCal. So what we might do is combined. Well, that's the thing. Maybe we'll combine those two events into one. We'll create two events out of one. We'll do the epic Franken van.
That's an extra long trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Tell me
gosh.
about it. Well, we'll go along Route 66. We'll do the whole route. We'll take a couple weeks. We'll take the whole Route 66. But see, it might not be possible for some people.
Dude,
that's the thing. Because if you're driving across the country, a couple weeks, man. I mean, I drove from Cincinnati back to here, in 2 days? I stopped one night in Colorado, and I stopped the second night in Reno, and then the next morning I arrived. So
in the Franken van?
No, I was in a Jeep Van Cherokee, but it's the same. I was towing a big trailer full of my stuff, so I could even make more time in the Franken van because I could definitely be going 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, if the cops don't catch us. That's right, Hobo Roadie. Cannonball Run, but this one's going to be the Frankenstein Run. The Franken van Run. Yeah, by that time, I'm going to have everything done to that thing so it's in cherry condition. Right now, everything motor-wise and whatnot, and tires and brakes and everything have been redone. I'm going to have the trainee checked out and make sure that thing's in the drive, the rear.
There's going to be
drive.
Chairs in there?
Cherries and chairs. Yeah, we'll have cherry trees. Chairs. I have to buy some bench seat for the back of it, too. At least one bench seat so we can have maybe 2 or 3 more people hop in, so at least it'll be a 5-seater. But I could get 2 bench seats in the back of that thing and make it into an 8-seater if I wanted to. But I have to find because my aunt and uncle, they got rid of the old seats that were originally in it, and so I have to find some. Hopefully, like I found the back doors for it, which cost me basically about $170 for both, which was super cheap because I just went to the pick and pull and pulled it off myself and installed them on there myself too. So, yeah. It's good to have skills.
I did that with a chair once for my old truck.
Yeah.
That's how I had the passenger seat busted, and I had to get a new seat.
Yeah.
For my truck, and you go to like this junkyard. And
the pick and pull.
There, and you just install it. Take it. Yeah.
They have a huge one in San Jose, and they have one over here somewhere in Hayward too.
Maybe that's where I got mine.
Yeah, I bet it's the same. It's right next to where they used to have that big flea market, but it's gone because of what happening in the world everywhere. Hey, Tim Thomas, what's up, dude?
Tim Thomas.
What's up? So you guys ready for a little secret guitar reveal? That's not so secret because you know we had oh, my sister, my Tom just got home, wants to sleep, and I've been drinking. Oh, okay, tomorrow's fine. She wants to know when, you know, tomorrow's fine to bring my car back. She still has my car. So I just told her tomorrow's fine. But yeah, her alternator broke down, so I let her borrow my Subaru. So yeah, let's do a reveal. What do you guys think? You want to see a reveal, or should we keep talking while you're driving? You're going to be driving for a while, so you can't watch this, but you've already seen it.
I'll be driving until I'm going to stop at the Safeway in Fremont.
Oh, okay.
Because I usually stop to do a pit stop.
Yeah.
There.
Well,
did I miss
this is
exit? I think I missed the exit.
Oh, dude, you got to concentrate on the road, man.
Did I?
I don't know. You know where you are. All I see is darkness in your hand, your glowing hand there. Whenever the lights hit your hand, it's like right there.
Did I miss it? It said Mission Boulevard. I don't.
Oh, if you miss Mission, you can catch the next one, which is that Dixon or whatever, and
Washington?
go over on Dixon. No, you're not there yet if you're at Washington. You're not there yet.
If Washington is
Mission's,
there,
Mission's after.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Mission's after Washington. Yeah.
The Mission, is it?
Yeah, it's after. You haven't passed the Fry's yet, right? Not French fries, but the Fry's Electronics.
Fry's is shut down, so it's all dark now. So
oh no, they completely went out of business now, huh?
Oh yeah, Fry's is gone.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. Mission Boulevard.
There you go.
Okay, the 880. Here we go.
Yeah, because you just came around the turn, right? Yeah, you're good.
Okay, awesome.
I know exactly where Johnny is, even though you can only see darkness. All right, well, while you concentrate on that, I'm going to reveal this thing. What do you guys think? I'm going to solo me. We can still hear Johnny. We'll let him keep talking there. I'm going to solo this. So, of course, this normally would come, here's a hint, in a leather gig bag. Okay, so who makes leather gig bags for their guitars? You might guess. You might guess.
Oh, there's Fry's. I'm passing Fry's right now, but it's totally shut down.
Here, let me go like this. I'm going to turn this a little bit down like that so you guys get a little better angle. Now you can see my snowball microphone here. So you guys might have a guess of what this could be, right? Kind of. I got to turn it around.
I know what that is.
I'm gonna, you know, you were there when I fell in love with it.
I was there.
Yeah, if you guys want to get a sneak peek of it, well, what's the point? I'm opening it now. But some of you might have seen it on Johnny's earlier live stream in the week. Was it this week or it was this week, wasn't it?
It was Monday.
It was Monday, yeah. That's how long I've kept this in this box. So normally it would come in a leather gig bag with the name of the company right there. Very nice brown, soft Corinthian leather gig bag. But yeah, let's do the proper reveal because Johnny can't do it.
Yeah,
no. Finally own a Les Paul. Finally. Or as John Mancuda would say, a Les Paul. Not more Paul, Les Paul. Love that Brooklyn accent. I think it's Brooklyn, right? I don't know. He's from New York. He's a New Yorker. Anyway, there she is. So some of you might be aware of this. You can see on the truss rod cover there. It's a tribute. So let me just put this down carefully and then pull it out properly. So I don't.
Okay, I'm in Fremont now, so I'm gonna stop at Safeway.
All right, dude. Yeah, I'll mute you, and when I see you back, I'll bring you back.
Okay,
all right.
Cool.
All right, later, dude.
See ya.
Oh, there you are. Hold on, let me show Johnny real quick. Well, there he is. Now you can see his face because he's in the.
Oh, hey.
He's off the highway.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna stop in Safeway, and then get back on the road.
Right on. All right, I'm gonna pull you out and bring me in, and
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out. I'm just well.
all right,
I'm just gonna jump out and then, but look for me to jump back in probably in about 5 minutes.
sounds good.
All right.
All right, we'll
See
do
ya.
this again.
See ya.
Later. Ta-da, ta-da. What do you guys think of that? Nice, right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that maple figuring on there. I love the maple on here. I love how you can see it. And of course, you can tell it's not a high gloss, right? So, of course, it's a studio model. And it is, well, not really a studio model, but it's kind of like that, right? And it is made in the USA. And it's got a satin finish. So that's what I really love about it. I think maybe that's why I fell in love with it, because it just felt so good in the hand, you know. And all these Gibson guitars are plucked. So unlike the Epiphones and whatnot, this thing's got a really nice feel all along the frets here, right? I like the trapezoid inlays are a little bit vintagey looking, right? It's only a 2-year-old used guitar. And it is real rosewood. And look how thick the rosewood is on there. Pretty thick, right? I like that thick cap. And of course, you can see the maple cap. And then it is mahogany back, well, body. And these are highly weight relieved. So this has what they called in 2019 the ultra weight relieved. Thing probably weighs about 7.5 pounds, I would guess. I have my weight, my luggage like thingy in the closet, but if I go digging around in there, he's gonna fly off. So I'm gonna just stay right here like this. But yeah, you know, not too many issues with this guitar, if any at all. It's a 2-year-old guitar, so it is used. So there's a little tiny, not tiny, but you know, visible buckle rash right there. So, you know, somebody was playing it some, but not a whole heck of a lot. And if you see some of the yeah, Tone Monster for sure, right? If you see some of the previews or reviews of these tribute guitars, they're really nice. The Tone, I think basically this is a 490 and a 490. So it's 490 in the neck, rhythm, whatever they call it, 490R, 490B, or bridge right here, or lead, whatever they call them. You know, everything you could feel is quality. The I guess the pickup rings or the vintage, just like the tone selector knob and the pick guard. I'll leave that pick guard on. Why? I don't know, but I think it looks nice. You know, the pots feel good. There's no issues. I mean, this thing's barely been really played. You know, it's got a little bit of like age to it, having sat around a little bit. But yeah, in the action's a little bit higher than maybe what I'd like. But it's not really bad. It's got 9s on it. That's what it comes with. And it does not at all have any issues with sustain and whatnot, even though it's weight relieved. Like a lot of PRS guitars and other solid mahogany body guitars. But what's unique about this, and what I think kind of gives it a little bit of a snap to the sound and the tone, is oops, what's that? Another message from my sister. Yeah, she's like, yeah, tomorrow's fine. So yeah, you know, let me just silence that. Silence. Anyway, what gives this a little something is, I don't know if you can tell by looking at the neck, but obviously it's a lighter color. That's because it is indeed rock hard maple. So it's a maple neck on the mahogany body with a maple cap. And whether you believe in tone wood or not, it definitely does sound different than the other Les Pauls I've played that have maybe the same kind of, you know, pickups in it. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. I really like the feel. It actually has a strap lock buttons here, which I'm surprised they didn't remove when they sold it to Guitar Center. So the guy probably had to sell it and just took it in. Paint Neighbor, dude, I haven't seen you in forever. What's up, dude? Do a video on lowering the action. Yeah, you know, it doesn't take much to do that, right? So right now the neck is pretty much perfect. It's just got a slight bow. Really all I really need to do is just roll these, right, and lower this down a little bit. So, but I want to do it properly so I get the intonation and everything set right. So I'm not going to do it right now. But if you guys want, I'll plug it in. What do you think? Should I plug it in? Let me pull this out. Got my Friedman over here. Ooh. Make sure I pull that up and out of here. We're going to see how Maximus reacts to live rock and roll guitar late at night playing. Let me spin around like this. Gotta do the Exorcist spin here. So I really love the color, and really I love everything about it. I don't know. There's nothing about it that's disappointing at all. Oops. Except that. Damn it. Playing in a small place can kind of suck at times. Anyway. So here's the bridge. My clean tone. Here's the Johnny Beane song, right? Oh, this Band-Aid is like getting, I cut myself last night. This Band-Aid is getting hooked up on the strings. But anyway. I have not touched this since I brought it home from Guitar Center, and it's still in tune. So let's hit this this LPD 87 pedal here. Oh, there he is. Bring Johnny back into the stream here. What's up, dude?
Hey, man.
Can you hear? Hey, man.
I'm back.
Doesn't that look great? It looks great. It feels great. Sounds great. It's great. I love it. I'm in love with it.
Look at these.
I don't know why I always play that song, but I do. Let's put it on the bridge for that. Those of you who grew up on MTV know that. That's the MTV. I don't know what it was. It was like the MTV song or the MTV riff. Maybe they stole it from that's another song.
That's the original MTV song.
Yeah. Did somebody write that for them, or did they steal that from some band?
I don't think so.
So Dan of New Jersey says he has a DC tribute with maple neck. Stunning, or tuning stability is excellent. That's the other side of it too, right? So I have that blue one up there is a D'Angelico DC Deluxe. That thing's got Duncans in it, and that thing kicks butt. But yeah, Jeff K, what's up? Marky Effects is here too. Good evening.
What's up, dudes? What's up?
Oh, dudes.
What's
Check it out.
up?
Marky Effects, new gear day for me to a used Menarek Zen LP style guitar. Sweet. I've never heard of that brand, but it sounds familiar. I think it's got mojo. I don't know. To me, it does.
Sure.
It's got mojo in my mind. Yeah.
Check out the line at KFC, man.
Oh my god, that's crazy. For KFC, I mean for Popeyes, I can understand. It's a little out of tune. Thanks, man. So yeah, that's reveal of the of this thing. You guys want to hear it with Bit Commander on? Let's hear it with this.
Everybody's going to KFC, man.
Anyway, and what's cool about Les Pauls, of course, is you can do this thing, right? You go. Anyway, that's the Bit Commander. Let's check out the Dispatch Master. Ooh.
Oh my god.
If I could play.
That's dangerous. Gas station truck is blocking the entire.
Well, I'm not playing that right. Anyway, I don't know that song. I should know it.
Just play some chords.
Even the middle position sounds sweet.
What pedal is that?
The BBE Tremor pedal, which has 2 speeds.
So it's a tremolo.
Let's add a little tube screamer.
I always, whenever I use a tremolo, I usually used it like really fast, really quick.
Yeah, right, like this.
Yeah. There was a song, this band that I was in years ago, there was a song in the intro I would use the tremolo, but you know, I didn't use it the entire, I would use it only for like the last part of like a phrase.
Cool.
So you kind of use it like, you treat it as kind of like vibrato.
Yeah, exactly. You just want to bring it in on certain things, like, you know, the Smiths had that one big hit where they really used that tremolo right up front real hard. What's that one who's like, I am the sun. I forget the name of the song. I saw them play in San Jose with God, what was the name of that other band? Social Distortion warmed up for the Smiths. That was a freaking show. Great
When was
show.
that? The 80s?
It was. It was like the late 80s, early 90s.
89?
Something like that.
89, 90?
Might have been 89, 90. Yeah, it was
80,
at the
yeah.
Spark. It was at an indoor stadium, or it was in an amphitheater, indoor kind of place in Stanford somewhere. Yeah, how soon is now? Thank you, Janice. Janice knows. Yo, Adam D, what's up? Hey, Steve Carmichael, or as we know him now as Steve Carmichael. Thank you for joining. Steve Carmichael. Was that you and Jay talking when that slipped out by accident, Carmichael? Yeah, Social D is killer, man. Those guys rocked. That kind of rockabilly-esque, kind of hard rock kind of thing, kind of. They were bitching. Yeah, I like their style. There was a lot of different cool-sounding bands from the 80s through the 90s that I really enjoyed, like that band, for sure. Yeah, so do we have a thumbs up on this, you guys? What do you think? On this guitar,
Yes.
huh?
Smash that
I think so
thumbs
too.
up, you guys.
Smash that thumbs up on this. So I usually have, when I have a new piece of gear in the gear and demo show, I have what I call the big questions. Let's ask the big questions. Number one, is it or was it worth the money? Well, I'll tell you, with the hard shell flight case, it was under $1,200. So
Can I say something?
yes, you can.
First of all, I don't like that dude. The dude that sold you the guitar.
No, that guy was kind of being a dick.
That guy.
And that's why I wanted to
haven't-
make
every
sure the
time I
other
see
guy.
That dude, I want nothing to do with that guy because
He's kind of a dick.
he just seems like a snake, man. That dude.
Yeah, I know, and
He's
and
one of
that's
those
why I
guys-
made sure that
he's
he
one of those
gave
guys-
the other guy the commission. I wanted to make sure that the other kid, Jose or what's his name, got the commission. And I'm gonna ask
He's one
that
of those guys.
kid.
You know, you see him. He's wearing a mask, but he wears it down under his nose, like under like. So he's an employee of Guitar Center, and he doesn't even wear
Yeah.
the mask all the way on, right?
Yeah, he's like one of those guys who
Like,
wants to
remember
let
that
you know
time
that.
remember they told me to put my mask back on? Were you there?
Yeah.
And here's an
Yeah.
employee, not even like halfway wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, remember that was the guy who had to restring up that PRS for me that I was interested in
Yes.
buying that someone bought the next day.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I says, "Oh, you remember me? I remember you. Remember that?" Because I think he was kind of being dickish to me because he was like, "Oh, this is that guy who made me put strings on a guitar to see if he might want to buy it, and then he didn't buy it." You know, and that's why I was saying to him, "Hey, I want to make sure that that guy who was helping me with this guitar gets the commission on this sale, not you that's punching it up here at the computer because he's busy with another customer like he should be, you know." But we'll see. I'm gonna ask that kid Jose if he did get that that commission, because if not, I know the manager there, and I'll talk to him.
Oh.
But yeah, that guy's kind of like, he's one of those guys. He's okay. So there's like two kinds of, maybe three, but two kinds of Guitar Center employees. The kind that love to talk gear and music and hang out and chat about the gear, and they're there because they love instruments and music and gear. And then you got a guy like that who's got no other skills or other job, and he's working at Guitar Center because he thinks he's a big-time musician. He acts like that in the store when he's like doing some tech job on a guitar.
He looks like a basketball player or something. He looks like some sort of sports like.
Well, you know what happens is a lot of these ex-jocks get injured and they can't play sports anymore.
That's how he acts.
Yeah, and they can't play sports anymore, so then they start getting into something else that can get girls, like music. And so that's why they joined the music scene. But like a guy like that, like I was saying, he's the kind of guy that when he's like working at the tech desk doing some like repair on a guitar or whatever,
yeah,
he'll plug in and he'll play really loud whatever he's playing over there while he's just testing it out. I mean, the whole freaking store can hear it. And it's like, dude, I'm over here, you know, they tell me to turn it down when I'm trying to listen to some new amp or guitar that I need to hear how it sounds loud. And they tell you to turn it down.
Yeah.
But this guy's over there just testing out if the strings are in tune, and he's like blaring on 10.
Yeah,
and
so
that's that kind of guy.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you're
so
out
anyway,
there, dude.
Anyway, I don't like the dude, man.
Yeah, neither do I.
But anyway, what I thought was cool was when you went to get that guitar, you were like, "Does it come with the case?" And he's like, "No," but he's like, "Oh, the case is only case is like $120, you know. And then when he ran up the case, it was like 160.
Yeah.
It was like more than he said. You know, he should have given it to you for that 120
Well,
that he said it was.
I actually looked those cases up, and even at Sweetwater on discount and stuff right now, at best they're going for like $189. So yeah, I wasn't getting gypped by that either. So I was cool with it. That's why I looked into it.
Yeah, because it was like he's like, oh, it's like
But he
like
was, yeah.
$120, 140, and
Well-
then when he rang it up, he's like, oh, it's 160 or 180. It was like double what
Yeah.
he had said. So it's like, well, hey, he should have, you know, if he was cool, he should have given it to you for that price he told you. And then you're like, oh, but he gave me a pack of strings. I'm like, dude, that pack of strings is $1.
I know. He's like,
It's
oh,
like,
$7,
that
and you're like,
that doesn't mean shit.
and
you know?
besides that, you know, that guy was wrong about several things about this guitar too.
He was wrong about everything, man.
He was wrong. Yeah, he was wrong about everything. He was wrong that it's not a 2016 because that's the year they had the Robo tuners on there. So it's not a 20. I'm like 2016. I'm like, I don't think so. And I don't know the serial, you know, number reading on guitars very well, but on Gibsons is weird. But I looked it up real quick, and it's a 2019, which makes sense, you know. But I thought it might be a 2016, considering that the trapezoids are fairly yellowed, which, you know, you don't always see. But I think this guitar is originally set up to look a little aged. You know, it's not exactly, it's a tribute, and it's not made to look brand spanking new out of the box. You've got the vintage aged, you know, everything. So the little, you know, knob here, the pick guard, and even the rings for the pickups, you know. So everything on it except for the nut, for whatever reason, the nut, I think it's because it's tusk kind of nut. It's not as yellowed as everything else. So I thought it might have been an older guitar, but it turns out that no, it's actually a 2019 model, which is great because that was the year that the big takeover at Gibson happened, and they were really trying to turn shit around, and they were trying to put out better stuff. And I think that's why this guitar is pretty kick-ass, because they were on top of it when it came to these guitars, you know. And you can tell by just looking at the strings, they're not that new. They're, you know, obviously what the guy brought them in on. So that's why I wanted another pack of strings. But then he tells me, oh, you should play 11s on that, you know, 11s. And I'm like, well, I don't play 11s on anything, but maybe on a 24.5-inch scale guitar, I might want to try that.
The guy's not really a real player, because he's
Right?
telling you, oh, he was saying something about how his guitar doesn't stay in tune, but when he put 11s on, it stays in tune. Right?
Yeah, right.
It's like, dude, you know, 11s are hard to play.
Not only that, but
you can't just stick them on and like be like, oh, it stays in tune, but I can't even bend a string.
yeah, but not only that, if you try to put 11s onto this with this nut, it's not going to fit, because this is made and this thing's cut with 9s on it from the factory. So the guy was like so freaking off, he didn't even know what the hell he's talking about. Hey, Dwight Bailey, what's up? The Hitman.
Hey, Dwight Bailey.
He's in the house. What's up?
Ugh.
Dude, Hobo Roadie, you were working in Berkeley Square back then in those days? Dude, you must have been at some of those Chris Isaac shows that I went to all the time over there, too.
Berkeley Square?
Yeah.
I used to go to Berkeley
I love
Square.
that place. That was a great, I used to go there all the time. I saw what, I guess they were called Wire Train. Remember that band?
No
Wire
doubt
Train
used to
there.
play there before their album came out.
Yeah.
First
I saw Chris Isaac play there when Chris couldn't sing for shit. His voice was still cracking, you know. He didn't have it down yet, but yeah, once he kind of. Oh really?
My buddy Skolnick, Alex Skolnick, played there when his
Trail
band
75.
they opened for Mountain.
Oh no shit! Cool.
So Alex Skolnick and I were up at the very front, jumping around
Right
in front of Leslie West during Mississippi Queen.
That's so cool,
This
dude.
was in 1995.
Yeah, I saw several shows. I might have seen some shows in the early and mid 90s as well over there. Yeah.
What time was it?
Yeah, but I've actually even gone to some shows in Oakland, like some of the little dive bar places where, you know, you walk in on something, some fat lady playing the keyboards like Ray Charles and shit, you know. I mean, there's a lot of cool music in the Bay Area, but you got to be willing to take a risk to listen to some of it, you know.
Of getting mugged.
Hey, if you just walk in there and you're not having an attitude and, you know, you're just cool with people, they don't, you know, they can tell. There's a vibe thing. You know, people can feel the vibe.
Did you ever go to, well, a couple places?
Well,
Starry Cloud? You ever go
Where?
to Starry Plow?
Sounds familiar.
Starry Plow in Berkeley.
Starry Plow.
There was
No, I
Starry
didn't
Plow.
go to Berkeley as much. That's the funny thing.
There was.
We used to catch shows at the Edge all the time up in Palo Alto. I saw
that was
shit ton of bands
before
there.
my time, man.
Yeah, that was late
That was
80s, early
before
90s too, though.
Yeah.
But they called it something else too. Then they called it the Vortex or something at some point after the Edge. It was the Vortex. It's like a dance place / live place. I saw the Wailing Souls there, which is a really cool reggae band. I saw them there, but I used to go catch little gigs like that at all kinds of little punk. What's that place over off Third in the? It's gone now. I think maybe it's still there. It's in that shit. What do they call that district? Where the ballpark is and everything now. Anyway.
In San Francisco.
Yeah.
The ballpark. Oh, there was one club there that I used to play.
It's a little dive bar, right?
Back in the early 2000s. It was
actually,
it's right across the street from the ballpark. And what we would do is we would stand outside after a game and try to get people to come in before our set.
Yeah, right. You got to get a cute girl to stand out there and draw them in.
It was right around the corner from the ballpark.
I don't remember, but there's some other ones. There's a whole bunch all around, But back in the day, we used to go catch shows at like the Elbow Room and of course, all the other American
Elbow
Music
Room?
Hall and DNA
Elbow.
Lounge. There's like the
Elbow
upstairs
Room.
of the DNA Lounge. That's like a place.
I played the Elbow Room. We actually played a huge sold out show there.
Yeah.
I'm opening up for this other band, and then I used to play Lounge Paradise.
Paradise Lounge. That's the other one I was trying to think of. Yeah, and of course Slim's. Slim's went under, man. Can you believe that?
I never got to play Slim's, but that's where the big Jason Becker show was. That's in the documentary.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I saw a lot of good shows there, and then of course, Bimbo's 365, man. It's another great place in the city. I saw the Outfield there. I saw who else did I see there? The guy that Eddie Van Halen, took from some of his playing style a little bit. Holdsworth. I saw Alan Holdsworth play there. That was a cool
he used
show.
To play in Oakland. What's the place all the way down at the end at
at Jack London Square?
Jack London, yeah.
Yeah, that jazz place. What's it called?
Yoshi's.
Yeah. Yoshi's, thank you. Yeah, Yoshi's East.
Holdsworth would play Yoshi's, and I always thought about going. I never did.
Oh, Hobo Roby's got all kinds of, he knows all the places. And then, and some of our favorite hangouts, Mitch Malloy, Steve Carmichael. Mitch Malloy.
You couldn't pay me to go see that guy, man.
You know what? I'm not so. I can see why some Van Halen people that are really into Van Halen can hate on the guy a little bit, but everyone. I mean, you can't blame the guy.
There's nothing Van Halen about Mitch Malloy at all.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I mean, I know that he was like a hanging backstage, right, with Van Halen at some point. It was like teased at him, but I think they were thinking about it. But I think maybe there was just something not quite right about him.
I know the story
they turned,
because when I was working with Desmond Child, Desmond told me what was going on. Desmond is the one that suggested Mitch to Van Halen.
Oh, really? Okay.
Desmond was working with Edward.
Gotcha.
They were working on some music, and they were watching a Mitch Malloy video. And then as Desmond was leaving 5150, he called Mitch and said, "Hey, you need to hook up with these guys." And that's how he got involved with them. And then you guys know the rest.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame. I mean, here's the thing: they were at the end of the hair metal era, if you want to call Van Halen even anything close to hair metal. I think they were a little bit closer to kind of hard rock glam party music, really, because they were dressed a little glam-esque, I mean, we all know that Eddie got some of his look from what's his name of Bowie. Slipping my mind. All of a sudden, the guitar player. Anyway, even Randy Rhoads took some of his ideas from him. some of the guitar striping stuff comes from that earlier glam era, you know. And
yeah, there's a few different
yeah,
different stories
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, and the bottom line is that, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. We all, as musicians, we all borrow from each other, and we take, you know, it to, or then we create our own thing out of it, you know, and that's what everyone's done since we've been banging sticks on logs, you know, at the campfire in front of the cave. You ever see that movie Caveman, by the way? If you haven't seen Caveman, if anyone in the chat,
Ringo?
yes,
With
Ringo Starr meets
Barbara
his
Bach?
wife. That's where he
This is
met her
Barbara-
on that set, and what a lucky
I've
son of
never
a
seen
gun
it.
that guy
I
is.
saw the trailer for it. I never saw it.
I fell in love with her after A Spy Who Loved Me, like everyone
Dude,
else.
that's my favorite Bond. Spy Who
That's
Loved
one
Me,
of my
man.
that's one of my
one.
favorite Bonds.
And
That's
dude,
a really good one.
maybe I don't know if they'll let me into the movie theaters, but yeah, I want to see that new one though, man.
Well, dude, let's make a plan to go see it, and you just go get your test 2 days before at Walgreens for free, and then or CVS
I have
or
a
whatever.
test at
And
home.
that's it. Yeah, just
I have a test at home, man.
Yeah, just get the test then, because I don't know if you have to have some special paperwork proving that it passed or failed or whatever you call it, you know. So that's why if you just go do the free, you just pull up next to the CVS pharmacy in the window, they hand you a thing, you swab yourself, you hand the stuff back to them, then they send it to the lab, and then they email you the results, and you print that out, and that's how the Danny went flying. Hey, Nelson Rodriguez, what's happening, dude?
Hey, Nelson.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up on Bond movies. My first Bond movie I ever saw was at a drive-in, and I must have been like 7, because I specifically remembered in 3rd grade I wanted to be James Bond for Halloween, and so my dad gave me like one of his tuck shirts, the roughly kind they had back in the 70s, right? And then I had my other shirt, and I had like a little fake little gun, and that costume saved me because there was a new girl in school, Patricia Weger. I'll never forget her. The first girl I ever kissed. I kissed her on the lips, 4th grade. First guy in school to kiss a girl on the lips. I know, I started early.
4th grade, you're starting early, man.
And her dad was a cop too, which is funny because LaDaney's dad is a cop, or was. He passed away. But yeah, he was a cop. But I remember when her family moved. I remember first seeing her walking up the lawn at the elementary school, and she looked like Farrah Fawcett but younger, you know. So if you guys are from my era, growing up in the 70s, Farrah Fawcett was married to Lee Majors of Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man. She was on Charlie's Angels. They were like 2 of the most popular like celebrities in America at that time, outside of maybe, you know, I mean, yeah. And anyway, everyone was in love with Farrah Fawcett. If you didn't have a Farrah Fawcett poster in your room, you weren't a man or a boy. At least that was back in the era when, you know, we could talk about men and women as being separate types of people. Now it's like, don't want to even talk that way because people get mad. By the way, I have a transgender nephew, so Danny became Danny. There wasn't much of a change in the name. But yeah, Danielle, he's a great, she's a great guy. She's a great young woman. Sorry. See, I can't, it's like, because I grew up with him as a boy, but then he changed. So, yeah. But I love you, Danny. But at least it makes it easy that I don't have to change calling him Danny, because it works both directions, right? Like Alex, there can be a female and
Danny,
male Alex,
can't that can be both names, both ways, can't it?
Right, exactly. That's why it makes it easy. So yeah, but what was I talking about? I digress. But yeah, man. People borrow from each other.
James Bond on a guitar show.
Yeah, but we were also talking about Van Halen and stuff. We slipped into James Bond somehow because we got to go see that movie. So we'll go see that movie. Just get your test and let's go see it before it's not in the theaters anymore. And here in Livermore, by the way, dude, they have the stadium like recliner seats, and you can have beers and everything there, which you probably won't have, but I will.
Have you been to a movie theater in the past year?
Oh yeah, hell, we've been there several times.
Have you gone to a movie?
Yeah, because we got our shots as soon as we could get them, and we wore masks and
the past year.
And
okay, so how do they do it?
Yeah.
Are the seats like every other row? Like do they have people spaced out and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. And like the seats here at this theater here, you buy the tickets for the seat, like you go to a theater, right? So it's not like going in wherever you want to sit down. You pre-order or you go up and you choose your seating, and that's where you sit.
Well, yeah, that's how they've been for years.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
For
at
years,
this
yeah, you buy your
theater,
own seat.
yeah,
But I mean,
right.
these days though, like do they only allow like 4 people into the one movie, and like everybody's like in each corner or something, or?
No, I mean people are spread out, and you should be wearing your mask unless you're eating or drinking something, which most people are most of the time anyway. But everyone who's going there, I mean, you're kind of crazy if you go and you're not, if you didn't get a shot. So just fair warning. Not that, there's going to be a bunch of people there that don't have the shot, but you probably have to prove that you haven't gotten a positive result. So you have to show a negative result or that you had your shot. So for the most part, you're already eliminating like 80-90% chance that you're going to get it, because everyone there is either negative or got a shot, right? And already 70% of the Bay Area's population already has gotten the shots. So unless there's kids or little people there, you really little people, unless there's kids there, you probably are safe. And that's the thing. You go to a late night show where it's more likely going to be older adults. You don't go on an afternoon matinee right after school let out, But you go to a late night show or a later show, it's unlikely on a weeknight, especially if we go on a weeknight, like after you leave from Sicanders next week, maybe we go catch a movie, because there's not going to be any kids there on a weeknight, that's for sure. And that's where you're going to have the most possible exposure risk. Otherwise, everyone else is tested, vaxxed, or whatever. So you're already eliminating a high percentage of possibility of getting it, and then you just sit away. And I usually sit in the back row anyway. I'd rather sit in the back. No one's going to be breathing on me. So then, of course, you got to worry about the recirculated air. But now they're saying everything is being circulated through HEPA filters and blah blah blah. So your chances of getting sick at one of these shows, less likely at a movie theater than at the show we were at last night, which is an open floor rock show where people are all drinking, but everyone there you had to show papers to get in there too. Give me your papers. So when you're at the border, you have to have your papers, or otherwise. Yeah, man. But look at this guy. He's hanging in the whole night, man. He's doing good. So you guys approve of this, right? So forget about I don't know how it goes. That's it. That's it. So that's Rock City song, right? That's a song that had me jumping up and down as a preteen, 12-year-old or 13-year-old. I think I was, I was 11. Jumping around up and down in the living room with a tennis racket, pretending I'm Ace Frehley, listening to Detroit Rock City. And that's why I fell in love with this guitar, even though it's not, a custom 3-pickup Frehley kind of guitar. It still reminds me of that, because it's that, cherry sunburst, man. And yeah, that's another reason why I liked it when I saw it. I'm like, ooh. So yeah, there you go, man. Rock and roll, you guys. So I had one other quick, really quick reveal of something here. I got this from Black Mountain Picks. Yeah, when they had, I bought like the slide and the picks when I saw Phil McKnight talking about them again. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to get those. And so I clicked this link and I went ahead and bought them. And then right after I bought them, like 2 days later, they went on sale. And so I wrote the guy, I'm like, hey, dude, I just paid like big money for this. And now you just went on sale with them. Can you help a brother out? And he's like, yeah. And I said, I'll do a video and stuff then. He's like, right on. So then he's just sent me a whole nother set of 4. assorted picks from them. And they even have, you know, this kind of jazz or more pointy style. Let me hold it in the right orientation. I can't do this. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. You can see it's like more pointy style versus the standard kind of fendery kind of rounded tip style, right? So I like these little pointy ones sometimes too. And it's kind of got that, you know, like Delrin picks, the kind of material they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that kind of pick material, which I like too. So yeah, I got 4 more. Aha, for free. Oops, Johnny Beane just left the chat. So that's basically it, you guys. You got Maximus here hanging out, listening to the music, probably pooping all over my head. And I got a new Lester Palfus, as my friend Ben would call it. I dig it. I really do. And I like that it's a little subdued compared to, say, you know, like a custom or like a standard with the binding and all. I like the more, but I like that it's got the trapezoid. So that kind of gives, it's not just a dot neck. And it's real rosewood, real rosewood on there. So not some of that fakey stuff. So I dig that. And I like the medium jumbo kind of style frets, but they're not as fat as some of those. They seem more kind of like the tall kind of frets you see on a Fender, you know. So yeah, I'm really happy with this guitar. So that's the show, you guys. Music Therapy Laz ending the show. Johnny already probably crashed. I hope not. Please don't crash, Johnny. But we went over the big questions. Is it worth the money? Yes, got a great deal on it. Came with a flight case. Well, it didn't come with it, but I got one with it for less than the price of one if you bought it new with the gig bag that they're giving you now. That's really not as nice as a leather bag that they used to give you. This would have come in that leather bag, and that's why it's too bad they didn't have that. And is it easy to use or assemble? Yes, it's easy to use. Plays great. Would I recommend any changes to it or do anything different to it? Really, no. Maybe just drop the action a skosh. That's basically it. There's nothing else I'd do. I even like these top hatty kind of, you know, knobs here. I was thinking about changing them out to speed knobs, but I kind of like them. You can fit your finger, fits right around them. So cool. And would I recommend it to a friend? Highly recommend the Tribute Les Pauls, the Satin Tribute Studio Les Pauls. Highly recommend it. And how many Roxys out of 5? I would probably give it a solid 5 out of 5. Really. The weight relief really does help. I mean, you know, versus 12 or 11, 12 pounds, which is a typical Les Paul weight. But these are the Ultra weight relief, which has a really great balance. And I think the fact that the neck is maple adds a little bit to that balance. Yeah, and it even came with the strap lock, so I don't even have to put strap locks on it. Oh, there he goes. I don't even have to put strap locks on it because I got the straps with the strap locks on them, and they'll slip right onto here. So unless I want to change it from black to chrome, which I might do just for the looks. So that's basically it, man. Rock and roll, right? So until next time, where do I put it? I think I'm going to unplug. Let me turn this off. Ugh. Unplug for now. That's right. I got to go make and eat dinner. Unplug for now and catch you guys all some other time. Most likely this Friday in Johnny Beane's chat for his show with his buddy Jay, our friend 7/8. Jay Hunan. Jay Hannon. They're going to be talking, I guess, EVH, right? Van Halen. That's right. And by the way, there's going to be a mammoth Wolfgang Van Halen show at Ace of Spades. I misspoke last time. Ace of Spades in Sacramento. Unfortunately, they're not playing here somewhere, which I'm just shocked that they don't have a Bay Area gig lined up. Maybe they're hoping for something bigger, trying to get a bigger place and play a lot of stuff's already kind of filled up. Thanks, Janice. Thank you very much. What are you playing tonight, Dwight Bailey? Oh, Dwight's going to do his show. I'll go check that out while I'm eating dinner. Oh, Nelson played on a couple Jackson guitars at Guild Acoustic and a Guild Acoustic. That's cool. Oh, that's what he played on his show, is what Dwight said. So I'm going to watch that. I guess the rerun. Hey, CGS Mike, what are you doing? You're up early, my friend. Oh my goodness, you're up very early in the morning. Anyway, you missed out on Maximus. He just flew away over there somewhere. I'm gonna have to go chase him down. But yeah, I got to rearrange this stuff. And once I get this place all rearranged, Mike, I really want you to come in on the show, because I'd love to have you as a guest, of course, and talk about everything, everything going on in your life and music related. And next year's guitar show, I am planning to come out, so I'm not kidding, dude. I'm going to come out and help you out with that, because I'm planning to go visit my daughter in Budapest, and then hit up Henning and hit up yours and hit up all the hit those two things up at the same time while I'm out in Europe. And then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to go back to Europe again. It's not my plan, but it's kind of the way it's going to go. So you looking to you going to look for the blood moon tonight? Yeah, that's right. That's tonight, right? It's supposed to be one of the biggest blood. That's what they always say, the biggest blood moon this year. Every year they have the biggest blood moon. But yeah, I love the blood moon stuff. Yeah, but Mike, would love to have you on, but I'm definitely going to enjoy, hanging out with you again, because probably it's not going to happen this NAMM, is it? So we'll see how we all make it happen. Didn't you used to live in Switzerland? Switzerland? No, I did not. I was born here in the Bay Area and lived in Colorado for a little bit, and I lived in Cincinnati for a little bit. But no, I've mostly lived in the Bay Area. My family immigrated from Hungary, and I do know some people that live in Switzerland and Austria and Germany and Barcelona and Italy and Greece and France and now England, like Mike. And hey, Mike, I don't know if you know, because you weren't on the show earlier, but I'm taking my first ever guitar lesson. Instead of just fumbling around on the keyboard, the fretboard, trying to figure out where I'm at. I know the keyboard on the piano like the back of my hand, or blindfolded and whatever. Probably play it with my feet. But the guitar, I'm lost on the fretboard, and I just find my way there whenever I'm playing something. And I know my bar chords and my cowboy chord stuff, but I don't know cage system and other stuff. So I got to bone up on it a little bit before I go into my first lesson, watch some of his videos. But I'm going to be taking lessons via Skype by yours truly, your friend and mine. If you guys don't know that movie, a very, very good friend of mine, good friend of yours, who I hope will become a good friend of mine as well, Mike Bradley. That's right, Mike the Hair Bradley. That's what we should call him. That guy's got the best hair. Well, that guy's got like rock and roll, like he's the package. You know what I mean? I had that package when I was in high school. It's gone. The package is gone. Dave Ennis, Padded Pedal Room. What's up, dude? Fret Level Midnight. Yeah, I have a bunch of friends. I have a bunch of family from Hungary, so my entire background, like genetically, is Hungarian, 100%, 100% Hungarian. So Bradders, yeah, he's gonna teach me right, and you know why I want to get lessons from him from the get-go, because that guy's got them bluesy, feely chops that I really want to rub off on me. Because if anybody's, that guy's got the feels. I got the feels for his feels. So I want to learn. I want to learn to play like Bradley, like Mike Bradley. I'm so excited about it. I can't even think and talk right. So my tongue is tied. But yeah, that'll be great. So, and I've never taken Skype lessons from anyone before. I've done the online courses. Like I haven't done them. I'll buy them, open them a few times, fiddle around in there, and then I just won't stick to a regimen. I'm hoping, because I keep getting stuck at a wall at something that just turns me off or whatever doesn't work, or or I hit a stumbling block that's too much like practice. And that's anti-Laz. And Laz is not about practicing. I used to do that on the piano, and I enjoyed that. And I guess I can enjoy it on the guitar as well. But yeah, at this stage of life, I want to have fun at it too. But if I want to have more fun, I think I'm going to have to get a little more serious about, the theory and everything and how it applies on the fretboard, because I understand it to a degree on the piano because I'm self-taught there too for the most part. But I kind of figured out what theory is, but I don't know it in the sense of like they teach at Juilliard or wherever. But I figured out how everything fits and works together on the keyboard. So, and it's easier because it's linear, But in my head, when I'm thinking of music, I'm not thinking about it linearly. All the parts are going on, multiple instruments at a time. So I want to be able to express that properly and understand it, so that I can spout out things like you guys do about major seven, diminished ninth thing, blah, blah, blah stuff, so that, I have a more cerebral understanding of what I'm doing when I'm playing all this stuff on piano or guitar or whatever instrument. I'd like to be able to know the theory down. I'd like to get it down. And I think Mike will be a good jumping off point for something like that, because he'll teach me all that stuff from the perspective of the guitar and the blues, which is where I really think, you ought to start in my mind. Rock is easy, but the blues and the pentatonics and all that, yeah. Yeah, but the piano is absolute. Indeed, dude. Indeed, do that, Janice. I love playing the piano. And it's sad that I can't feel these fingers as well. And I don't enjoy playing it as much as I used to, because I try to do things that I can't do. And I'm like, I can't do that, So yeah, CGS, man. Yeah, you're not sleeping great. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know how that can be. My wife's, she suffers from that some. Try turning off all your electronics before going. You probably heard all this. Don't look at electronics and stuff like that. You shouldn't even be doing that now. Put on some meditational sounding music, or like I like to listen to the Amazon jungle sounds when I go to bed. So I put on a 2-hour, and you can do it so it's going all night long. And sometimes that background noise will really help you sleep, and it kind of cuts your mind off from the other small noises that occur around the house when you're sleeping, so that you won't be woken up by that. It works great for me. And then there are other things too. there are herbal herbal medications that you can take. There are the sublingual drops that you can take, CBDs, for if you can get them in England. I don't know, but we can get them here. I'll come and get you in a minute. You were the one who flew away. You're gonna have to wait. He's cheaping at me now. He's stuck there somewhere because he's clipped. His wings are clipped. And then the other thing too is that there are even these things that you can wear that are like these light kind of things that will help you sleep. So you can talk to a doctor about some of the other what do we call biofeedback, neurologically kind of. There's all kinds of stuff going on in your mind and your body and your senses, so you can find ways to have your senses work with you for sleep rather than against you. So some of those things I mentioned, this is some of the stuff I studied about psychology that I'd like to finish someday and become a real psychological Dr. Laszlo. That'd be something, right? So anyway, yeah, man, you need to do finger yoga. Dude, I injured my spine, and I have pinched nerves here, and I have tingling and numbness here and in my elbow, and it's not cool. And I finally settled out just a few months back. I got a settlement. That's why I'm able to afford to buy some of this gear. So I gave myself an allotment of like a certain amount of money I'm going to spend on myself for musical gear as a form of therapy as well for myself. So I haven't reached the limit of that allotment yet. So I'm still going to buy some gear this Black Friday or holiday season for myself. But it is what it is, Dwight. Fret Level Midnight. It happens to people, And I'm not surprised with all the crazy stuff I've done throughout my life as a child on that I'm even alive, let alone moving and speaking and talking and able to function and play guitar. And that's why I like talking. I like to tell stories to people because life is so short, and we shouldn't be shy about it or afraid about talking about things. Um, and I've never had a problem with talking. That's for sure. Tell my wife will tell you that. But one thing for sure is, yeah, if you have anything that's bothering you, don't be afraid to talk to someone about it. There are even hotlines. You can find them from wherever you're at. If you can't get help in your own country, you can find it from people outside of where you live. And that's what's wonderful about this internet age. Every bit of information that you possibly would want to know about something is out there. Filtering through what's the good information from the bad information is a challenge. I grant you that. But yeah, good for you, Black. Me too, buddy. I'm gonna do a Black Friday show, by the way, which I do every year, and I'm gonna list like, hey, these are the best deals on musical gear I think there are out there. As a matter of fact, they're usually the same things. So if you want to catch a glimpse of what they might have this year, go to last year's show and the year before's show, because I did, and I do a 12 Days of Christmas show as well. So the 12 days of Christmas down to the last, day, I do a giveaway, a small thing. I've been collecting. Some of the reasons why I got some of these small things, some of these things are, these are going to be nice little daily giveaways for people that I can send, buy. And that's what's also nice about Black Friday. You get deals on strings, you get deals on stuff. And I've got some from last year that I haven't used on my guitars yet that I can give away. And they're not that old. They're a year old. I think they're still good strings, right? So I can send those out. So yeah. So you guys are talking to each other. He's going to catch I'm going to catch the replay right after this. You guys, everyone go MAXIMUS raid into Dwight's show. Well, he's not going to have a live stream. It already happened. So maybe comment. MAXIMUS sent me. MAXIMUS is my new bird, if you don't know. Not going to replace Roxy, ever. Because Roxy forever will live on in the name of Flying Pickle Productions. But yeah, MAXIMUS is, hopefully he's going to grow onto liking me and the show. And so far, he lasted all night long on my thing. He probably tore this Chuyo apart. Probably chewed it apart. But anyway, yeah, man. Good show. I really enjoyed having you guys on. I went a little long. It's glad to see Mike jump in from CGS. Go check out Mike's show, of course. Excellent show. One of the shows I'd like to be able to get to that level of professional YouTubeism, if you want to call it YouTuberism. That guy's doing it, Yeah, I love his show. So yeah, thank you, CGS Mike. Thank you. Bless Roxy indeed. Bless her little soul out there. And I'm very happy that we were able to find MAXIMUS to keep me company while Lidani's out of town caretaking for her mom. So yeah, so I think that's going to be it. Music Therapy Laz is on Jade Star's channel. Oh yeah, Jade Star is doing another similar show to the Metalhead Hippie show. So go check that out too. Jade Star out of Australia, I believe. Really cool stuff. Go check her out. Go check out that show. Really, really cool stuff. And I think that's pretty much it, right? Just waiting on a nice RG copy to throw it in. Oh, okay, I must have missed a better. Okay. Oh, I have a 6-screw Wilkinson. Okay, trem with brass. Okay, I get it. I see. Yeah. Dude, by the way, I am probably going to buy a Vega trem in gold to put into this, because those Vega trems just kick butt over even these 2-point trems. I mean, they blow them away, and they're just an easy drop-in kind of thing. So I'm probably going to buy one of those during the Black Friday thing and drop that into my, what I call my black and tan. My black and tan 60th anniversary commemorative there. Oh, she interviewed you today. That's cool. I don't think I deserve interviewing yet, but when I put out some music like you, bro, then I'll be ready. And I have plans. I've got music and it's in me. It's ready to come out. So yeah, I've got to get the studio room done this weekend, and then it'll be great. So until then, you guys, Music Therapy Laz, I got to call it. Which one is it? End of show. Rock on, everybody. Laters.